Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your reading, and this is for Sagittarius Ascendant, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placement in their chart. Jupiter may resonate with the reading. Cross watchers are always welcome. Cross watchers about to describe someone, and you know that it is not you. It is not you. Just because you are connecting with Sagittarius, you're gonna assume that whom I'm describing here is you. Please don't, this is not a personal reading. So Sagittarius, the Temperance, your card right off the bat, right? So I can see here that it's either you are testing your person, or your person is testing you, or the universe per se is testing your relationship. One thing's for sure, it may be a little rocky at the moment in your dynamic. um, I can sense you're probably also the other person, or it is you who's making a hard decision, or probably there's already uncertainty with regard to someone else's in this connection, right? Probably the uncertainty here is why, or the questions, or the question in someone else's head is, why do I feel so much love? Why do I feel deeply in love with my person? What it is with my person's doing? Am I under the spell? So someone here, because of that strong emotion, that's a strong attraction, the other person might now be thinking, right? Is this is this a normal feeling? Is this just okay, right? Is this feeling normal? Because I feel deeply in love. So someone here might also test their own selves, right? And that's kind of scary, right? If someone here would love to test their own selves, there's a trigger here for the other person to connect with other people, and that's something scary, especially when the emotions are really intense, and they cannot accept the fact that they can fall in love with someone, right? With the Six of Swords here. So I can sense that or that this connection is going to a calmer water anyway, which means the confusion is okay. Those questions are okay. So like what I mentioned, probably the other person here do not experience this kind of relationship, haven't experienced this intensity, right? So the pros and cons of being in this is you will be remembered, right? Because no other person can make them feel that way, only you. So that's a that's a pros, right? One thing also is you made them happy, that's for sure. The consequence here is them to think, right? Also think something bad. Am I under this? Am I under a spell, right? Probably you are also thinking, Sagittarius, you're under a spell because you don't usually fall for this. There is a higher chance that this person of yours might pause. That's true. Your person might pause. Why? Because for them, I need to control myself, because this is not usual for me. This is something that I am not ready also. So there's a control, or there will be some control, that's okay, with the to with the temperance here. They will control, they will let go. So one thing's for sure, you made someone else's go crazy, right? I feel like that this person also did something, from their past, hurt people, but now they're receiving their karma through you. Uh, Karma might be a blessing, right? So, because most people connotates or think that karma is only bad. No, there's a good and bad karma. However, in mundane word, we use blessing as a good karma, and we remain karma as a black karma or as a negative karma. But those are karmas, blessings or not, those are karma. So you might be the kryptonite of this person, you are their weakness, and the consequence of that is that they also want, because they feel that they are you made them weak, right? And they're not comfortable being vulnerable. Are you familiar with the TV series in Netflix? Lucifer, right? Especially on the latter, on the um, older season, right? If Lucifer is near the detective, right? They are really weak, they are becoming vulnerable. That's why there is a repel from Lucy, right, to be near the detective, because they're not used to the comfort zone. They're not used to get out of their comfort zone. So they feel really weak, they feel weirded out. So one thing's for sure, you are the kryptonite of this person. Um, with a higher fund. But I can sense here that you are going to um, have a conversation, a one-on-one conversation that leading to a concrete decision. This is also scary, right? Um, there might be some repellent from your person. Will this be a permanent um, being apart from your person, or this is just temporary, right? With the strength card and the hierophant, probably someone here, for those who are already in separation, so there's no conversation, because this person is not going to tell you what they truly feel, because you are also, it's already weird for them, and they don't want to make it feel any more weirder. It's going to make them look like crazy if they're going to tell you. But one thing's for sure, they're crazy over you. And Sanamurti here, it means that if you are in a separation, whether it is physical or energetic, physical might be your person is in a different city, state, county, country. I can sense here that there is a comeback, especially with the strength card and the chariot, a comeback and a transition, a journey towards to another level of commitment. With the Queen of Wands, see, they're also summoning you, but you felt like there is, for a few numbers of you, I can see here that there's a higher chance that you might feel that they disappeared because they don't like you. No, they disappeared because they're so much in love with you and they're not comfortable with that. With a hermit, I can see the disappearance here may take a little while, but you need to give them their space so that they can be enlightened. That is true. They need to be enlightened. For those of you who's new to the channel, welcome, you might want to consider subscribing, for I am always hosting party online wherein I am doing a live streaming, and in the live stream you can ask me questions. If you missed the live streaming, you can still ask me questions. There's a link in the description box. Click that link, you'll be routed to my page. Type in your questions and then click submit. 500 likes for this video and your next video will be a full reading. So Saggies, if you also want to know your lucky numbers and lucky color, follow me on Instagram. If you also want to know your financial forecast, then follow me on Instagram as well. If you are into twin flame readings, almost personal readings, pick a card and channel messages. Subscribe to the other channel, Timeless Tarot 111. And if you resonate with the reading, congratulations. If you do not resonate with the reading, you can come back to the reading after a week or two. Time is fluid. If you resonate with some bits and pieces of the reading, still congratulations, for I am doing a collective reading. And speaking of twin flames, the lovers is here. You might be connecting with your twin flames. I forgot to mention. See, confusions. They said everything is going to a calmer water, but your person's not going to mention it to you with the moon card because there's a lot of questions in your person's head. That is true. You gave them a lot to think of. See, I told you, you are their kryptonite. You are their karma. Now the universe gives them, their match. But I'm not saying here that you are doing something or you're going to do something bad to them. You are a blessing and a lesson at the same time for this person. And I can see here, they're having a lot of questions in their head, but I can sense here a transaction. I told you there will be a transaction between the both of you, right? Because I can sense here that they won't ever let go of you, because even though it may feel like we're dead to them or weird to them, they're enjoying it, right? So I don't know that this person might probably be very mysterious, or they're just really also a weird person, right? I'm hearing names, Henry, I'm hearing Hilda, Harry, Hans, Hannah. It's also not that clear, but let's move forward with the Ten of Swords here. And the Two of Coins in reverse. So I don't usually read cards in reverse, but I think that you need, or this is needed. With the Two of Coins in reverse, I can sense here that there will be no longer confusions sooner or later. But I can sense here those separation needs to happen so that they can have the higher fund, which is the clarity, for them to offer commitment, for them to offer concrete foundation, love, right? Stability. You might be connecting with the same sign, or they have a Sagittarius placement in their chart, Gemini or has a Gemini placement in their chart, or you have a Gemini placement in your chart. Cancer has a Cancer placement in their chart, or you have a Cancer placement in your chart. Higher fund showed up here twice. Strong Taurus or has a Taurus placement in their chart, or you have a Taurus placement in your chart. Leo or has a Leo placement in their chart, or you have a Leo placement in your chart. Scorpio or has a Scorpio placement in their chart, or you have a Scorpio placement in your chart, which only makes sense. You might be a cusp. Right after Scorpio, it's Sagittarius. Did I say Leo? Yes. Virgo or has a Virgo placement in their chart, or you have a Virgo placement in your chart, but this is your reading. If you resonate with this and you want to go in depth, you can book a personal reading with me. If you're okay with the reading and you just have a question or two, there's a link in the description box. Click that link. You will be routed to my page. Type in your questions and then click submit. 500 likes for this video, and your next video will be a full reading. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light to you. Namaste. See you on the next reading. Goodbye, Saggies.